I haven't checked the sheet. Anyone remember what the feature topic this week was?
Yeah, we're talking about Gosei Sentai Dairanger.
Echinda! You guys talking about Dairanger?
Yeah.
You're just in time.
I'm glad I was hiding in the vents.
That means you're the imposter.
Yes. Oh, shit. I mean... I walked right into that. Let's start the episode.
We are live!
Mike! Zenkaigan! Connect. Loading. Broadcast.
Tempered Zeal! Bluecaster, Super Ichi!
Loud and impulsive. Greycaster. Late.
Respecting the source material. Greencaster. Zenshi. Power of anime runs through my veins. Crimson Caster. Show Raven.
Quick on the draw and draw on the quick. Redcaster. Savage Fox.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world!
Radio Sentai Castranger!
Welcome to episode 313 of Radio Sentai Castranger.
Blaze Pokemon.
Episode Volbeat is our Pokemon of the week.
Right?
And definitely not,
favorite.
and definitely not the donkey waifu from Arknights, apparently.
But I think it's more so episode...
Oh.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh.
so Decker made our own little versions of our crewmates as the casters.
That's awesome.
As per my requests last week.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because, like, Decker's a fucking wizard, and I love Among Us. I don't play Among Us that much, but I love just the game and everything about it. And,
I played once, and I've watched a shit ton of other people play it.
and like,
one of
memes
us-
are fucking, like, over the top god.
If you guys like Among Us, watch me stream tomorrow night.
Oh, there you go.
One of these people is secretly a mushroom, for there is a fungus among us.
Oops, I posted the wrong
Among
chat.
Us.
Oh, nice Pokemon joke.
I've seen the fucking meme.
Alright, we should probably get
Yes,
hopping.
yeah.
Okay, so, for those who are tuning in for the first time, thank you for checking us out. We are a bunch of space crewmen who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third
Eventually
thing.
get betrayed.
Yeah, and we betray each other. Sure, why not? You can't prove we don't.
Well, I just realized that Cell's not here anymore. He was here for the news.
Yeah.
Who killed Cell?
Oh, Lane's just not even going to defend
Lane's
himself.
just admitting, okay.
Get him!
I don't know. Paul's acting.
Shock about the airlock!
Paul's acting kind of sus. Let's vote Paul.
I mean, he also killed Gar.
Gar, who killed you?
He can't
He's
talk.
dead.
He's muted.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Gar's dead.
All right, so our topics this week are Kamen Rider Saber, episode 4, Kiramager, episode 25, and for our feature topic, Gosei Sentai Dairanger, episodes 1 and 2. Yeah. All right. Let's get into it. So before we get into episode 4, Tom, would you like to catch us up on your thoughts on episode 3? Real quick.
Buster's fucking amazing. I love Buster.
agree with you fully.
Oh yeah, you weren't here last week either.
Buster, like, I know Lane doesn't like the head fin. I think the head fin looks fantastic.
Yeah, but I love like Ogami himself because he's good dad boy.
Yeah, the suit's okay. It's a cool suit. I think all the suits so far are pretty fucking rad in this show. But yeah, no, him like Buster himself. Oh god, that's a fun character.
Yeah. Well, he lasts.
Shh, don't.
You know it.
I know it's entirely possible.
I have
and
one
entirely
way
likely.
to sum up this episode, and it's
Don't take this from me.
It's an old joke.
Give me back my son!
That works too well.
Classic.
Yeah. Yeah, because I saw that you wrote on the notes, "My son is my treasure, you fuck."
Yeah.
That should be the name of the episode, but like censor it. "My son is my treasure, you F."
I'll put that for now.
Give me back my son!
That's an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah. But yeah, like episode 3 ends with like them like have just after having defeated the monster, and they're like, "Oh, what happened?" And then episode 4 starts with them in the base so I guess they just decided, fuck it, and left.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's not observe why.
Let's not keep looking.
Why this place hasn't disappeared and people haven't come back.
All right, let's go back to the North Pole and have a meeting where your son is potentially being eaten by.
It's not like we've never had a situation where there was more than one monster hiding around or something. You know.
Oh yes, I have the Saber face of the week. So.
Okay.
Got a good. Go down. Go. Oh, fuck! I put it in the wrong chat again.
Let me tell you one thing, because people have already talked about Tinkerbell.
No, hang on.
And I want to tell you a little story before we get into it. Yeah.
Good old May.
She looks like she tried to shit in the woods and things went real south.
It's like, it got windy! Okay, so I hadn't seen the episode yet. I was playing Final Fantasy XIV with Itchy, and Itchy goes, oh man, Tinkerbell was great. And I said, well, what was it like? What was it like? He's like, I don't know. Picture that she was like buff, and she suplexed the guy, and I'm like, was it this woman? And I sent a picture of this wrestler named Shiraka from Japan. And sure enough, yeah, I've been following her for quite some time on Instagram, and I'm actually one of her biggest fans.
I just love that.
Yeah, I love that she fucking clotheslines.
Yeah, and I love that I love that she blows a kiss. But the thing is, that day, like when I found her, when I pulled up her account, I hadn't looked at it in a day or so, and it was a picture of her standing next to Kamen Rider Saber. So I imagine that she'll maybe show one or two more appearances, and they probably already shot stuff for it. But
probably,
it was just interesting to see this woman, because obviously they're like, hey, you see that bodybuilder wrestler girl? Because in Japan, I would imagine there's not many girls like her.
Yeah.
Give me back my son.
Yep.
Yeah.
Character summed up in a single frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About to beat someone up, give me back my son.
So I like that we're finally... Well, not finally, it's only been 4 episodes, but I like that we're now starting to deal with, like, wow, Touma's, like, little too obsessed with promising things.
Yeah, and, like, it's funny, it's great how, like, Ogami's, like, fucking yelling at him to his face, and he's just like, yeah, you promised you find him. You won't find him. And then just Touma literally is not fazed by it at all and just responds to him, I promise I will get your son back.
Gonna do it.
Yeah. And, like, Rintaro's fucking terrified of him, too, of, like, Ogami. So
rightly so.
Like, I'm gonna make a promise, and then Andrew Garfield slides in and says, some promises are meant to be broken.
He's like, listen, Ogami, I know it must be a terrible time for you right now. Just gives him a death stare, and Taro's like, okay, I'll shut up, sorry.
I love how Rintaro basically was like, I have only read about children in books. I don't know what you're feeling right now.
Parenting sounds hard.
I
don't want it.
He just turns to May. Would you help me try?
Can you help me be a father?
Okay, May is the sidekick girl, the editor, right?
Yeah,
May.
Okay, so I haven't been here for a lot. Is the general consensus that she's gorgeous?
Oh, she's cute.
I think she's great.
You know what?
I think she is cute, but I forget that every time she screams in my face.
Hey, you know what? I find it endearing. I like her so much that she can scream right in my face.
I like how expressive she is.
But at 6 feet. 6 feet away, she can scream in my face.
Yeah.
Got a social distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we start dealing with how Touma's super enamored with the whole promising thing, which of course we can already guess ties back to his forgotten memories that we've also gotten some light discussion and teasing about.
Also,
let's just not tell him. I will spin the general consensus around the whole
They seem to
show.
think that he's better off not remembering.
Yeah. Shit went down. Yeah, let's not tell him.
Also, I will take back, we did see the flashback of, like, him holding the girl before she gets sucked in. She was, like, gripping her hand really tightly, and then just as she was getting pulled more towards into the hole, that's when he held her by her pinky.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So I was like, okay, he did use maximum force to try to fucking bring her back.
He's just a kid. He didn't think, well, the thing is, imagine if somebody's been sucked away. You've got, like, a second to grab them.
Yeah.
He was younger at the time, and I
take it back.
If I may interject a little
My little theory.
Whatever was the catalyst of that battle was his fault.
Interesting. I don't know what... I don't have anything for or against.
I maybe, but the thing is, it's being heavily implied with a lot of this that that battle was also where Caliber betrayed the organization.
Yeah.
And Rogue.
No, that's absolutely it.
So there was definitely a betrayal at hand.
You know what I think?
The
You know what
going theory is that Caliber was probably his dad, right?
No, Caliber's the other guy's dad.
we talked about it in this
Spoiler!
week's extra. If you want to know what Caliber's deal is.
My theory is that Touma was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah, like
Saber was his dad.
Kento and
By the
and
way,
the girl.
I looked up the girl on the Rider Wiki.
Mhm.
Apparently, the girl's name is Luna.
okay. So Touma, Kento, and Luma, they're all like
Luna.
Luna. That's what I said. They're all like friend stuff. They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. She got sucked into the thing, and maybe Touma forgot or something. He went off somewhere, and then Kento still remembered Luna. So he's like, "Well, I'm gonna go find her." Went to stumbled into Wonderworld, and then became a member of the Sword of Logos, and tried to find her.
I'm thinking what happened is, I think that yes, you're right. Touma and Luna were there at an inconvenient timing. Because the previous Saber and Caliber were having their tiff about betrayal and whatever.
Say it, just Caliber, give me back my son!
I will raise one objection to that theory.
Uh-huh.
The fact that it's already been said in one of the character synopsis that, what's his name? The fucking guy on the magic carpet.
Oh, Kento.
Kento. That Kento and Touma were childhood friends.
Okay, yes. You know what? You're right.
Which means they knew each other, and considering considering we know who Kento's father is, it's likely that Kento knew all of this shit from the get-go.
Yeah.
And which tells me that Touma probably also knew this shit from the get-go, which tells me that the original Saber was probably his dad.
That's an interesting theory. We did see Kento at one point express grief, thinking that the previous events from that flashback were his fault, but we didn't see Kento there in the flashbacks.
Yeah.
So what might have happened is Kento sent Touma and Luna to that location for some reason, and that's where previous Saber versus Caliber took place.
Yeah.
And I think the promise thing, I think Touma and Luna, Touma was like, "Oh, I promise I'll take care of you if something bad happens." Cue her getting sucked up into a book. He feels bad about not being able to keep that promise, thus overextends himself on all future promises.
Ooh. Yeah, probably.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because he broke that promise.
Guilt.
He do it again.
Deep-seated subconscious guilt.
What if...
Oh, that might be it too.
What if what's the name of the purple rider? Caliber. What if... Because this is him betraying the faction, right?
Yes.
What if he was manipulating our protagonist back then to do something bad to help him out in order to have him fulfill the promise of protecting that girl as a misdirection?
I don't know. You know what I would be
like
interested...
a Palpatine kind of...
You know what I would be really interested to see? If Caliber was using his son to manipulate everyone somehow.
That'd be interesting.
Like if he had his son hang out with all these other important people for some sort of dark purpose.
It's why Kento wasn't there too.
Oh, you're talking about Caliber's son.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Buster's son. It's like the kid's 6. What's he get?
No.
It's like he gets them, tricks them all, and then the kid's
no.
And then the kid's it's like, all right, the job's done, and it's just like a tiny person,
tiny little
like in Zootopia with the fennec fox.
We were saying last week that we have a strong feeling that Buster's probably going to die because someone that powerful doesn't last long.
I fucking hope not. I want him to stick around.
Me too.
Our thought was, if that does happen, what if Sora takes up the mantle of Buster? Possibly even going off for some secret time training and coming back grown.
Bert's actor as him grown up.
Or, like you were just about to... It's Turbo Blue.
Yeah.
Go Turbo...
he's still the kid, but when he transforms...
Yes.
Sure.
I would laugh so fucking hard if that was the case.
We just have a Kamen Rider XL moment where he's just dragging the sword around because he can't fucking lift it.
Oh yeah, he just walks in
I'm still a child, even though...
He just uses the actual toy version of the sword. He just compresses it.
God.
Okay. So, this is a second of the two-parter featuring the Hanzaki-san Shouo Megiddo. And we find out that this is based on a salamander that can respawn. And Touma uses his amazing book knowledge to find out that the reason the monster's doing what he's doing is they're capturing humans to feed them to itself, I guess, so that it can evolve into the king of the salamanders. The Lizard King, except they're not lizards.
Touma, you have a suspicious amount of books about lizards. Hey, what can I say? I'm a scaly on the weekends.
Yeah.
Who put that in? Can we ban somebody for putting that in the chat? The Justin morphing?
I like it.
I like Justin.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
It was okay.
It makes
Unless-
sense.
I'm just joking. Unless,
He doesn't get much bigger.
yeah, well, it's more prevalent in the first version. That's the one from the TJ season.
Yeah.
Yes. So May actually decides to do something incredibly smart to make up for her incredibly
No, it
stupid
wasn't.
move last week.
Yeah.
No, she tried to make up for her stupid move last week by making an even stupider move this week.
Hey,
And the
it,
plot made
it-
her succeed.
it
No,
worked.
the plot made her fail because she fucked up.
Oh, well, here's something funny. I was actually chatting with somebody. I actually have somebody downloading the entirety of the episodes of the Kamen Rider.
She accomplished nothing.
Because a friend of mine is really into girls trapped in bubbles. Like, that's his thing. And I said, hey, there were some girls trapped... Because there's like 2 of them in there. You can see clearly. And he's like, what series is this? So I sent him the link to Genmu Corp, and he's like downloading the entire season.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to confirm... I'm going to... what's the word I'm looking for? Convert somebody to Kamen Rider through weird fetishes.
Cool. May... Okay, what she did was incredibly stupid, but it worked.
No, it didn't.
Yes,
The
it did! She fought a firework, and Rintar
No.
was like, oh, let's look over there!
She didn't. What happened is she tried to fire off the firework, and it exploded inside the fucking bubble. That's why she was torched.
Yeah, but
I know, but it still shot up out of the
so
forest!
some of it-
firework.
so-
Okay.
Here's what it
I
is.
missed it.
Here's what it is when the thing when a
I saw her pull the firework out of her bag, and then the next shot I saw her, she was all
no
scorched.
when
We
you
see
set
the
off, when you
firework
set
go
off-
up.
Okay, when you set off a firework, the tube sits there and shoots the things into the
Yeah.
air. Now, normally you want to stand back because the smoke will, from the explosion of sending the thing up, will go out. So the whole idea is she didn't think of like it went pew and shot the thing out, but all of the backdraft shot into the bubble.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
Like,
just missed the
I
shot
just
where the
turned-
firework went
If
up.
you've
I
ever
turned
held
away
a
for 2
Roman
seconds
candle
and
in
saw
your
it.
hand to shoot it, you have to be very careful because it'll shoot smoke in your face.
So even though May has done some stupid shit so far, I will give her a point this week because she actually helped them find the
Okay,
prey.
but
Yeah.
once again, to it just a different point. Oh, hey, I have that book that just takes you where all the victims are. I should go follow after the riders who just left 2 seconds ago, so maybe one of them can open it and go straight there.
Except if one of the riders gets trapped, they're useless.
Would they be trapped? Would they not be able to just hench it and break the fucking bubble from the inside?
They don't know. Maybe they can't. Maybe their
I
powers
think that
get
she
disabled.
was. Well, they kind of were dismissive. I think they were like, no, you can't go, and they'd run
One of
off.
them broke them
and
all
she was
out
like-
in one
she
slash.
was like-
I think part of her thought was, well, if I fail my mission, at least all the useful people are still out there.
That's probably good. And I think the fact that she was like, well, I probably can't catch up to them anyway.
Can I
Yeah.
say this right now?
Although
If
she
we-
did have a bike.
guys, if we
Actually,
have
no,
to,
she lost that in the other episode.
if
Right.
we have to use this level of mental gymnastics in order to justify the person's motivation,
It was
and-
still fucking dumb.
yeah.
Are you telling Castranger not to overanalyze this children's show?
No, but I am saying that when a show forces you to overanalyze the show in order to justify it, it's not good writing.
My point is, May did a good thing this episode.
I agree.
And because the plot wanted her to, she did.
You know what? Contribution is a positive in my point,
Yeah.
regardless of how you frame
I
it.
like her. I like the character. It's just, she seems to go about things in all of the most counterproductive ways.
Yeah.
But okay.
She'll change, I feel. So yeah, the whole birth of our king that I was talking about last week about the Sanshou, I was like, oh, maybe that's some like allusion to the grand plot. No, it's just the monster of the week.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah. Just the monster of the week and their own individual motivation. Yeah. In the meantime, we see Caliber unseal Disaster, who is probably going to be a regular villain.
He kind of
He
reminds
is
me of
really cool.
of like Black Joker from Blade.
A little bit.
Yeah, he has that kind of face. But yeah, I like this guy, and like the voice on him was really nice too.
Yes.
Had a bit of attitude to him.
Voiced by Koki Uchiyama, I believe, who I think is also Tomura from My Hero.
He did sound like that, yeah.
among other very well-known roles. We talked about him last week on Extra.
He's a fast fucker, and he's got Storm Eagle for some reason.
Yeah, he was carrying the Storm Eagle Wonder Ride book.
Which was interesting, because, like, they were, like, describing him to Touma, just being like, yeah, he's like, eliminated a lot of, like, swordsmen in the past, and I'm like, oh, there are other riders. Like, that's cool.
And he was specifically...
They also mentioned how Caliber, when he betrayed them, killed riders as well.
Yeah, so, like, I like that. It's like in Hibiki when you just find out, like, oh, yeah, there's, like, 100 other Oni out there.
Exactly.
So, I like that.
Sorry, Raven, you're saying?
Yeah, and they also he was rather specifically walked off and started looking for Touma because Swordsman of Flame.
Yeah, which means he had a beef with the previous Saber.
Yeah, so he's involved in backstory too, quite obviously.
Maybe that's why he was carrying Storm Eagle. Maybe he ripped it off previous Saber.
And that's also a thing, yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, he had Storm Eagle on him for some reason, and then I realized, wait, he was after Saber, which means he had a beef with previous Saber, which means that's why he has Storm Eagle. Makes perfect sense. So yes, as the swordsmen are about to enter the book to go into the world to look for Sora again, disaster happens upon them. Buster or Ogami and Touma exchange power-ups. Kento, who gave Needle Hedgehog to Ogami, who then gives it to Touma, which means Kento had his second volume form with him already to begin with. But it ends up with Touma, and Touma in exchange gives him Jakun. So now we got confirmation that Jakun just belongs to Buster, because it is an Earth element book, even though it's a different color. But the suit is gray.
I like the suit, and I liked the green on it a lot. I think when he put on the
so we got to see Buster do a Genbu Jakun, which is literally just his arm changes. But you know what,
man, I want him to have like a book about ghosts, so he could be Ghostbuster.
I'm waiting for fucking...
I would love that, honestly.
I'm waiting for someone to fucking have, like, a sci-fi book. Come on, man. Science fiction novels.
Man, okay, you know what book I would love for them to punch in? 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and it turns, like, we're talking, like, green armor like the Nautilus, but like a Kraken arm.
That'd be neat.
That'd be sick. In fact, I might want to draw that.
There you go.
I love
Kraken. Like, what was it? A freaking Octopus Light from Build.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the tentacles.
Yeah. Don't make a rad tattoo. Kraken attacking the Nautilus. That'd be fucking...
A Kraken attacking?
Kraken attacking. A crack attack.
One of the best tattoos I've still ever seen was the guy who just tattooed Luffy on his arm, and he made it look like he was doing, like, his go no pistol.
Yeah. Well, at least they got it right. You see the one, the guy with the Mario arm, but it was backwards.
Yeah, by the way, out of all the Legend Ride books, the Forza one is called 2011 Forza Odyssey.
Oh, that's fucking genius. That's incredible.
And that's a beautiful looking book, too.
Yeah.
Forza is underrated.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is not.
So while Buster fights Disaster, the others...
Disaster?
Yeah.
That sounds like a spell from early Final Fantasy.
Yeah. I cast Disaster! And then the upgraded forms Disastra and Disastka. And then the cutscene only Disastza.
Alright, you...
Alright, so yes, Touma and Rintaro find the prey thanks to Mei's firework trick. And I like how Rintaro frees them by summoning his lion who sprays the eggs with water. I don't know the science behind that. I'm not going to question it. So the salamander...
It was highly pressured water.
Sure. Didn't look like it, but whatever. If it was highly pressured, it would have murdered them.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen water jets cut through shit? So the salamander monster comes back to find his prey has escaped. And then we see Blades go immediately to his Volume 2 form, and we see Saber use Needle Hedgehog, and we see his Dragon Hedgehog form. And I gotta say, even though that's not Saber's form, that helmet piece looks fucking rad on him.
Yeah, no, that form was really, really good. Like, fuck, Saber makes, like, these, like, knot forms.
Yeah. Like I said, Saber is like the test experiment. He tests all the books before they go to their actual users.
Well, that can be used like that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And that's what I genuinely think his fighting style is going to be, or should be. Instead of him going for his 3 red books, he specializes in interchanging things and making combos.
I mean, we've seen that his forte seems to be making unconventional use of power sets, as we've seen in every episode.
And I think that's a great idea for the rider protagonist. The other two have their full combos sort of things, but he makes his bread and butter combining them together to make unorthodox combos that surpass themselves.
I do see him doing more of that, but we already know that he will eventually have his full Volume 3 form.
Can somebody grab me the screen grab of her doing the kiss after she like power drives him, because it was adorable.
Yeah.
By the way, somebody said Dragon Hedgehog, and if you type Dragon the Hedgehog into Google, you get this.
Still nothing beats Suck the Cock.
Yeah, no, best Sonic
Well,
OC
here's the
is
thing. I don't
Suck
know if
the
you've
Cock.
noticed this. If you put Blank the Hedgehog in, you're gonna find something. Let's see.
No,
what
I've seen many people like make a game out of find your Blank the Hedgehog with your name.
I have mine. It's called Green the Bear from Sonic Forces.
Well,
I just look at that image and I just go, Pazuzu!
Yeah, pretty well.
Well, according to Google, this is Lane the Hedgehog.
No.
Alright.
He's missing a hoodie and he's not gray.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
So then Touma decides, hey, wait, there's 3 slots on my driver. What if I use 3 books? And then he yoinks Peter Fan from Blades. And thus we get the first 3-book form, Saber, Dragon, Hedgehog, Peter.
And can I say this? Can I just say this? It's just like, before he does it, he asks Blades if it's possible. And Blades is like, nah. And he's like, well,
do it anyway!
Snippity-dippity, gonna do it anyway! And he did it!
So he actually... I missed that line, obviously. He said it wasn't possible.
No, he said it was, but that he might not be able to handle it. Something to that effect.
See, the way I read it, it was just like, nah. But when he finished doing it and he passed out, he was like, I said it wasn't possible for you.
You suck. That's the problem.
Prove me wrong, children. Prove me wrong.
You're doing really good, but not even we can do that. Like, not even the most seasoned of us can do 3 yet.
Yeah. So yes, we get to see him do the Sun Satsugeki, where he summons Tinkerbell and then lights her on fire and swings her around and she explodes into needles, but not before the actual spirit of Tinkerbell from the Peter Fantasista book comes to life. And this is the lady wrestler Instagram model that Tom was mentioning earlier. I don't remember her name offhand.
Shadarika, I can't pronounce it.
And
right.
she WWE's the thing.
Close.
She just comes out, I'll do it!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Tinkerbell! Tinkerbell!
And the salamander-
What a slobber knocker!
And the salamander's just like, I can't return, I can't do anything, I'm done.
And then she explodes into hedgehog needles, and oh my god.
Oh.
Ichi the Hedgehog, huh? It's even blue.
Oh, God, it is. And it has a vest!
He's missing goggles, though.
Oh, God.
That's unfortunate.
That is.
He needs goggles. Look up Raven the Hedgehog.
Oh god. That was probably goth as fuck.
Look, yeah, it's probably just Shadow.
Yeah, look at that. He ain't getting up.
My god!
But no,
that man had a family!
The other funny thing about that scene is, like, as the fairy comes out and starts, like, fighting the monster.
Which one's that?
I can imagine.
Blaze the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Missing a magic hat.
But yeah, as this fighting is happening, we cut over to May and Sora, the child, who's watching this beautiful buff lady fairy clothesline a monster and explode. And the smile on this child's face makes me wonder if maybe he's just had something awakened in him.
Yes.
He's like, man, I gotta start reading books.
And that boy, that day, figured out his first fetish.
And that's where
you know what? Same. Muscular women.
And you know what? That's where I went, here's 36 issues of Witchblade. Have fun.
Oh, good call.
Right?
Oh, man.
May Michael Turner rest in peace.
So yeah, exploding the monster with needles was apparently enough to stop its regeneration, so it's actually defeated this time.
She fucking...
he basically filled it with needles and they exploded out.
Please don't talk about filling something with something.
She suplexed him out of the episode.
And yeah, that's Ogami from Danganronpa.
Man, you know what? You know what okay, so I don't usually subscribe to the idea of being a simp, but holy shit, this was Simp Week.
Yeah.
Would simp for Tinkerbell.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're talking, I'm a fan of Tinkerbell.
I
This
do
is-
believe in fairies. I do.
But, like, that's like that, you know, this was what showed up high. I am also Tinkerbell, and I'm like, I immediately subscribe to this one. Because that Tinkerbell doesn't look like she could crush me to death with her thighs.
Even though Tinkerbell canonically in all issues of Peter Pan literally could.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why last week when Saber first tried to use Peter Fantasista, you could see the fairy, like, yanking the chains and, like, swinging him and the monster around.
Because Tinkerbell's swole as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and are you related to Mighty Mouse?
But yeah, so just as they're like, oh, everything's all wrapped up, time to go home, and Touma's like collapsing from the overusage of power, in walks Caliber, effectively going, well, fucking better do it myself then.
Right? I've sent, like, 3 people after you and they haven't fucking done anything, so guess what?
I'm just picturing King Caliber, but doing the Thanos thing from the end of Age of Ultron. I'll do it myself.
I made that joke. I made that exact joke while watching the episode.
So we get to see him do his Kurayami Iai Tokuro Isen, which is promptly blocked by Espada, who I was expecting to see Henshin this episode.
These are my friends, Dad!
Great. Now I'm imagining Saber looking at fucking Caliber and being like, "You've mildly inconvenienced me!" And he goes, "I don't even know who you are."
My son is dead.
Because it's only really been 4 encounters.
Yeah,
I haven't seen my son in 15 years. The fuck if I know what he looks like now.
fair. But yeah, so that's pretty much the episode. They get away from him, and that's the episode.
Is that Paul the Hedgehog? Ow! That was not nice.
What?
Oh, and someone made Ultraman
No.
Saber. Saber the Hedgehog.
It's not me.
That's Saber the Hedgehog, apparently.
Okay, my
All
bad.
right.
I understand.
So yeah, I noticed that they added more of Kento to the ending theme. If you pay attention, you can see him in a few more shots.
Oh, but I want to see him dancing with the others.
Right? I wanna.
Fuck.
Maybe after he debuts in the next
I
episode,
hope so.
which will feature the debut of Kamen Rider Espada with his Henshin, and also we saw Saber Volume 2. He's gonna get Storm Eagle.
Yeah, and it looks good. His head,
It
his arm
looks so
awesome.
good. It looks so good. Yeah. Any other closing thoughts for Saber?
It's a good start. Starting to get good.
Still good.
I like that we're starting to really get into the story bits.
Liking Buster.
Yep.
We're gonna see how that goes.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm hoping
Don't do
for the
this
best.
to me again, Toei.
I'm hoping for the best is they just catch up with him and he's a regular rider all the way through.
I like.
We'll see if he lasts through Christmas.
Oh God, no!
No, fixates us anything.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they're breaking for character development.
Yes.
I mean, everybody seems to be getting their own little arc. They're starting with, like, the knights and things like that, but I feel like there's going to be a couple of episodes where the side characters get their own little arcs, too.
There's gonna be an episode somewhere where Touma gets the fucking past explained to him.
Yeah.
But there's also a proportional amount of, like, you know, actual core storyline exposition happening.
The thing that gives me the most hope for what's in store is it not true that in most Kamen Rider series they only debut one new form per episode?
Basically.
In Saber, every other episode since episode 1, they've debuted at least 2 things. The
Well,
fact that they're rushing through all these form debuts...
when you have multiple characters that all can just mix and match shit, yeah.
The fact that they're rushing through debuting forms this way makes me believe that they've got a lot of story to tell.
They're rushing through mechanics to, like, you know, focus on narrative. I like that.
Yes, which I'm fine with.
I like that.
I do wish we would have had a little bit more of Blades Volume 2 so far, but that's just me.
I genuinely just...
That's an interesting shot.
I genuinely think that the people who made this show really liked Magi Ranger because these are very similar shows.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both very world-building heavy and very character-heavy. And the aesthetics are very similar, and it's just one had mages, this one has knights.
Yeah. I mean, this is, like I've been saying, this show hits more of my preferential buttons than any other Rider show to date. Any other Toku show to date.
Because it's allowing itself to be silly. It is allowing itself to be silly. but the world building is really on point, and I love the aesthetics as well. Like, it's really checking off all the boxes, and the other Rider series, they've been very serious dramas. This one's more...
I mean, Build had plenty of comedy. That was part of why I loved it.
No, I know, but it was more a drama at its core. And it was also quite high concept.
Well, Saber could get high concept. We're only in episode 4.
Absolutely, but I like the fact that this is allowing itself to be a little bit more lighthearted.
Yeah. All right. Any other closing thoughts before we move on?
Nope.
All right. Well, Paul, I guess you're going to be taking out from here since you haven't watched Kiramager.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that I'm leaving this yet, but
you don't have to like leave the building.
No, I know. I haven't watched. I have been banished
All right.
Voluntarily. You guys do the thing. I'm still gonna be around.
Paul, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Not telling a joke. I just want to tell you.
This is not a bit. Speaking of simping.
Was that in response to what I said to Paul?
Partially, but also because Orb said it in the chat.
Okay. Can we just talk about the hot villain girl in the room?
Oh my fucking god!
You know what? I want to start saying I have been watching tokusatsu with you guys for years, and I have never seen something catch you by surprise in such a way that Yodonna did. Because apparently you had seen the scan, but you didn't think about what it was. So when she henshined, you were like, what? Whoa!
I had seen this form, but I had no idea that she used the fucking Yodon changer to go into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just expecting her to do the
where she throws a cape off.
Me at beginning of episode. Yeah, this show's pretty good. Me at end of the episode. I fucking love this show. Like, oh my god. Like, okay. You know what I'm getting? My brain. What's her fucking name?
Yodonna?
No, the girl that I like so much, the chameleon.
Oh, Melee.
I'm getting Melee vibes from her.
Kinda.
Because, like, and the thing is, remember how many older series had, like, really cute female villains?
Uh-huh. Not many.
Not lately. There's a lot before.
Yeah.
You know, like there's the one in Go Ranger, the steampunk girl, Melee. You
mean Goanger?
Is it Goanger?
Goanger,
okay,
yeah.
I may be going.
Kegareshiya.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's so many. Like, well, first of all, this girl shows up as a shrine maiden, and I love me a shrine maiden. Sailor Mars, put that in me. Pun not intended, but appreciated. Escape. Yes, Escape was the last one.
Oh my god.
But I saw this girl, and I'm like, man, this girl's so cute. It's gonna suck that she's only in this episode. Then I realized, like, she might be a main character.
She's hanging around an awful lot.
And then when she
saying a lot of weird shit.
Yeah. And then when she changed into that form, I was just like, what she kind of reminds me of is I'll say the wrong name because she has a similar name to the fucking terrifying woman in this thing. Malshina was the one from was it
Ranger?
Yeah, was that Malshina?
Malshina.
Yeah. How amazing was Malshina? Anyone who's seen Akiba Ranger. Now, Malshina had the benefit of being a obviously sexual adult woman, so, all of the jokes seemed more... Then again, this woman does not seem like a teenager.
Yeah.
And she's an alien, so we don't know how their age of consent works.
So yes,
she could be 1,000 years old. We don't know.
Our new villain general is Yodonna, the secretary to Emperor Yodonna.
Oh yeah!
Holy fuck! I did not see that coming. Oh yeah! Candelira had a human form.
Oh, and it was she was really pretty too.
Yes, that counts.
She sang her theme song at a concert.
Yep.
Hypnotizer.
So yeah, Yodonna. Holy shit! Like, adorable. The outfit is amazing. She's got such a fun attitude. And man, is she powerful.
Yeah. And my biggest hope is, I would love an arc where she becomes like one of the Kiramagers eventually.
She's got a changer.
She does, which she made out of mud.
Maybe she'll be the dark one.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe.
Come on! Like,
There's already
There's already fan art of her. Well, it's been a week.
I don't care if, like, that spy shot we saw was fake or anything. I want a dark Kiramager. That'd be so fucking cool.
And Touma was, drooling over her the whole week.
Fucking the best thing ever!
There's already porn of her posted in the NSW
The best thing ever was just Tommy Touma.
I mentioned it earlier.
Oh, there already was.
I thought you meant the actress.
The best part, though, was just Tommy Tomo. He's trying to, like, flirt with Yodonna, whatever. And he just
let me just say real quick, man, for an epic gamer, he sure don't have game.
So, like, Takemichi and Jewel are with them when they're hunting for the treasure, and, like, he finds one of the fucking stones.
Yeah, they find Energia.
So, like, he digs for it, and he's like, yeah, I found the fucking stone! And then you see Tom and Tomo just look over, and he's like, yeah! And they're all just, like, fucking, like, broing out, just, like so...
Yeah, bro, yeah!
It's like, that was amazing. Like, that was legit, like, hype, and that was so cute. I love that. Just,
It felt like a Muppets moment. Like,
It's like fucking Angela Anaconda's brothers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
God.
But yeah, so the whole impetus for the episode is they decide that their new wish, now that Mabushina has been saved, is to restore their home planet. And my immediate thought was, we were all like, so they're going to revive King Aladdin. And the next sentence out of the episode was Takemichi saying, then you, Mabushina, will be queen. I'm like, I guess they're just going to leave him dead. Alright. So we get this brief little plot about exploring the shrine where Jewel apparently used to go to when he was a kid, and he met the priest man.
I'm priest man.
We never get named just Priest Man.
I don't remember the actual words he said to refer to him, but the subtitle was Priest Man.
Well, no, she literally was like, priest man! Like, when he walked up.
Yeah. So yeah, we see this weird-looking shrine maiden archer girl who's just hanging around because she happened to sense some power in the area, which of course turned out to be the stone.
Yep.
And she talks about how much she loves humans. That's real sus.
I love humans properly cooked. How to cook for humans. How to cook for 40 humans.
How to cook 40 humans. Guys, I think the archer's the imposter.
I don't care. I'm going with it.
Yeah, I'll play third imposter. But then
the funny thing is, before she even henshined, I liked her so much that I drew like fan art of her.
Yeah. But yeah, so and a monster attack happens and she poofs, and then we meet another hilarious monster of the week, the Bakudan Jamin, who has the power of bomb bowling.
But his powers are way too strict.
He has the power of Skyward Sword. Bomb bowling!
Apparently he was also the voice of the Seiza Blaster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
No, Blaze Bakudan! The word for bomb! But, like, his gimmick is he rolls bombs at humans who get, like, disguised as fucking bowling pins. And if he can roll a full strike, there's an explosion! But the trick is, there's never enough humans to make a full 10-pin set!
Because holy shit, he fucking pulls over all of the Rangers, and then it's just like, wait, why didn't it explode? The fuck, there's only 6 of you!
Why aren't you like the Kyoryugers or the Q-Rangers and have 10 by this point?
And it's like, god damn it.
That was funny. It's like, damn it, there are 10 of you. And the immediate thought wasn't, stack 4 more humans with them. But no, that guy was funny.
Yeah.
Like he was like about to bowl at them, and they're all like, "Oh, cure me shield, cure me shield, cure me shield," even though the shields don't actually come out. Yeah. So, they're trying. They have so much success digging up Energia, the 3rd Kanaima stone. They decide to really press their luck and go look for the 4th. Instead, they dig up a Mon stone.
Yeah, I knew that was coming a mile away.
And Takemichi decides to be an absolute fucking butterfingers and accidentally slip Energia into the Monstone, causing it to immediately grow giant!
You have one job, yes, and do not plunge the ultimate power into the monster. Okay, immediately does that.
Takamichi, you fucked up!
Big time.
Yeah, how'd the monster go so big? Well, funny story.
You know how I had Energia in my hand a second ago?
I kind of punched him with it.
It didn't work out well.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like a power punch.
So where's the thing now? It's what's inside of him. Well, I'm going to use Megazord. No, you don't understand. There's only one way we're going to get it back now, and you have to do it. What's that? Have you ever heard of Boar?
Oh, God.
Just Takamichi accidentally making the Monstone bigger. Just Jewel and Tommy Tomo.
Immediately fuck off.
Jewel and Tommy Tomo.
Dude, what did you do?
Yeah. So while Silver changes into his Megazord to fight the Monstone, the others go try and fight Bomb Jamin again, but the fight is interrupted by this mysterious archer lady who picked up a clump of dirt and transformed it into a Yodonna changer, aka the evil Kirame Silver changer. I don't know what that's about, but that was weirdly cool. Yeah. And then she has this, like, beautifully animated henshin sequence where she transforms into her, like, evil alien general form.
Yeah. So, like, I'm surprised they gave this, like, female general just, like, this much stuff. Because usually they would just, any other female general, oh, you look familiar. That's because just throws up the skies, and then like you see the clothes in the air, and then cuts back down. Ha Yodonna, the Secretary.
That would have made sense because if you look at the way the monsters of the week are all clearly show inspired, that would have been kind of on brand.
Yeah, but no. So props to Toei for being like, no, we're gonna whatever.
So yes, Yodonna, the Secretary of Evil. Oh
that
boy!
Made it even better. Like, Secretary of Evil, I'm like, that's hilarious.
All she's missing is glasses. That would have made it fucking 10 out of 10.
Quick, Decker, Photoshop glasses on Yodonna.
Well, you know what? If she had glasses and like high heels on, Itchy and I would be like, we need time.
Yeah. Also, separately, in the fucking preview, we saw like 4 or 5 times just Yodonna like doing like weird mouth shit with her fucking tongue.
She does the tongue face. It's like halfway to the fucking Ahegao
and I'm just
face.
glad that there wasn't like a fucking JoJo slurp. There was a
yeah. It's like that. She's almost copying like that Belle Delphine girl, or whatever.
There's nothing wrong with that. I love Belle Delphine.
Yeah, she's okay.
I'm actually getting a thing of her bathwater. Somebody's sending to me, but I have to paint him a portrait of Belle Delphine with it in watercolor.
The fucking tongue thing is a little creepy, but it's also like halfway to the fucking Ahegao face. Yeah. So I have conflicting emotions. And then she goes and powers up the Bishots by whipping them.
Okay, has anyone played Streets of Rage 4? There is a dominatrix who literally does that. Who whips guys.
I watched like your stream you guys did.
Oh, by the way, I want to show something. I got to brag about something. When we're speaking about cute things, I've gone on record saying how much I love high heels. Look at my commitment to how much I love high heels.
That's pretty dope.
Still healing, so it looks a little weird, but now I wear a pair of high heels forever.
Amazing.
That was hand poked. No machine.
Come with ankles as well. So you have
free ankles.
You have 2 pairs of ankles.
Yeah. Well, I also have like
you've got ankles up to here.
If you count, I got like 5 or 6 faces.
Yeah. Still healing.
Oh, good.
You can be that one character from the Electra movie that no one watched, where he just like he had tattoos and he can make them come to life.
Why just like somebody? I want to like hang out with a friend. I'm like, man, I've been wearing these heels for too long. I can't wait to take them off. And I'm like, well, suck it up. I have to wear these forever. Like, wow, but these hurt. And I'm like, they stuck a needle into my skin. What do you think?
Still healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So yes, we get the. Sorry, go ahead.
I love this character and
so much.
I'm hoping, like, I don't care if she becomes kind of a comic relief character later, and, you know, she's not, but I mean, like, I want her to stick around. I would love for her to become, you know, to have an arc where she becomes a Kiramager.
That would be cool.
Like, gets a full suit and maybe has, like, and I want to see that, you know, I want to see that romance between her and Yellow actually go somewhere.
Like, he convinces her to give up evil?
Yeah. Well, ironically, it reminds me of Dairanger, when Daigo falls in love with the peacock god and convinces her to give up on her quest for vengeance and, you know, be his lover, and then she immediately dies.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, so she powers up the mooks into what Shigeru decides to call zombie Bishots. where as soon as they go down, they just get back up and keep fighting. And they can't handle it yet, which of course means they'll have to depend on their super forms next week, probably. But Yodonna also tells them about her plan to basically create a warp tunnel to Earth from Jotunheim, so they can send an army of giant monsters.
Oh boy, an army of giant monsters.
Like, we're talking, she's like, "Hi, my name is Yodonna, and shit's about to get real. Don't believe me? Check this shit out. I'm going to tell you my plan." Well, okay, I actually made a joke. Why is she telling them my plan? And the funny thing is, it demoralized them so much worse than any of the beating they were taking. They were, like, on their hands and knees going, "No! Fuck! Oh my god!"
God damn it.
Like, she just literally showed up and just literally kicked them in the nuts. Well, not literally, figuratively kicked them in the nuts.
No, the literal kicking of the nuts is later.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Vegas is saying, I'm kind of shocked about this, because, like, we were supposed to have Tametomo and Senna be a thing, so is there going to be, like, a triangle going on? I don't know.
Yeah.
So the episode ends with another one of the Kirame Music Festival, and this time it's Jules singing about his Kirame King.
Kirame King.
With like big violent stretched text flashing on the screen.
It was weirdly cringy but like it's within his character.
Yeah.
So it's like him trying to sing a song about himself.
They clearly didn't hire him for his voice.
Yeah, but like it worked.
You know what? It felt like Hibiki's songs from Symphogear.
Well, you know what it was? It was like pretty much like, hey, you know, we've got this idea, we want everyone to sing, can you sing? And the guy's like, what, 19, 20 even?
I think he's like 17.
He probably has never done any professional singing, and they're just like, well, we'll have a person helping you, and he did his best.
But yeah, so like I'm listening to the song, and I'm like, no, it works for his character.
It was alright.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
I like the song because of how it worked in with his character. So
yeah.
That's why, like, I think when they get to Shigeru, like, Shigeru's gonna fucking nail it. Sayo's probably gonna fucking nail it.
Yeah.
So
next week is the debut of the super forms, the Go Kiramagers.
Ooh.
Well, like, I want to see them in action.
I think the armor looks fucking dope.
I don't know. I gotta see it in work. You know, it's like for photos, I'm like, it looks dumb.
I think it looks cool from the front, but dumb from the side. Darves here.
Well, we're starting now. Okay. Well, anyways, on our feature topic.
Gosei Sentai
Dairanger, 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 Dairanger. Huh.
You interrupted the bumper.
Don't give a shit.
Oh, okay, cool. Hi, Gar.
Anyways,
You like Dairanger?
the year
Oh, here we go.
was 1992.
History of Gar.
Dairanger, very successful.
My sister was born.
Toy sales through the roof. The fantasy thing did pretty good. Anyways, so Noboru Sugimura, you know, the writer of Dairanger, got to come back to do another Sentai. This time around, you know, they decided to go with what's currently popular.
China.
Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense.
The motif of just a fighting style Super Sentai show. And
Is there a Hadouken somewhere in the series?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there are various
do you
types of
not
Hadouken.
notice the whole Dairen Ball?
Yeah, they kind of
Yeah,
did
they
that.
kinda
They
did that
literally
now, too.
they literally form the Lili balls into Hadoukens. Basically.
Okay.
They don't say Hadouken.
Yeah.
Yes. Gosei Sentai Dairanger was actually known at the time of its release as the 15th anniversary of the Super Sentai
Oh, it's because they
franchise.
haven't retconned the first couple into it at that point.
Let me finish. This is Gar time.
Oh, okay.
It's always guard time.
Dairanger was also known as the second Sentai to be adapted into Power Rangers and the second Super Sentai series to officially be released through Shout Factory. That is all. Dairanger, 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 Dairanger.
That's it? Not gonna stick around? Alright.
Was that Pokeroo?
We've all had weird days
Let me
today.
tell you, okay, so let me tell you about Dairanger. And Dairanger, okay, so you know how I wasn't really super into Super Sentai? And I would skip a lot of them, and I would do the Kamen Rider stuff. This is what made me love Super Sentai.
Oh.
Because I couldn't get back into it because Power Rangers aged terribly. But I was kind of watching some of the different shows, and I ended up deciding, like, okay, I'm going to watch Dairanger, which I enjoyed, but I wasn't planning to keep going. And then I was like, I wonder what the next one was. And I watched the intro to this, like the opening thing, and I was so into it that I started watching it on Show Factory, and I blew through it in like a week.
Let me just quickly say, I don't know if this is just in the Shout Factory TV release, but like the first few minutes of the first episode just like spoils the whole episode. I don't know what that was about. I felt like they took all the TV commercials and like preview footage and just like crammed it into the front there.
What Gar also forgot to mention, which was the most important part, was eventually Dairanger did get adapted into, you know, Power Rangers' new powers when Super Mega Force turned into them.
They have
so
powers
legendary.
that are new.
Yeah, exactly. So we did eventually get the Dairanger suits in Power Rangers,
Well, you know,
even though it was a stupid bullshit fucking reason they did it.
Well, a lot of people who didn't know who the Dairangers were got really upset about it.
I
Like
bet.
they were like, well, the funny thing is there were a lot of people who were watching, you know, those shows, and they were just really pissed off when the Japanese only writers showed up, and I'm just like, dude, you know, grow up.
They're nice suits.
Yeah.
Like these are really fucking nice ass suits.
They're my favorite suits of I would say it's a cross between this and Go Bus.
Like I like the style of the helmets. I like the white on their chest. I like the rest of them are all solid color,
Yeah.
and then I love that they have like a fucking emblem.
and
Like,
it's
that's
off
so
center.
cool.
It's over the left.
It's over
left
their
breast.
heart.
Yeah,
Because you know,
yeah.
fighting comes from within.
Like these are suits, and the thing is, like, it's not just a bodysuit. It's a bodysuit with like a vest and a big belt. Like it just, you know how some of them just come across as like just full suits. Like these feel more like
These look like they were inspired from
Yeah,
something.
and they're all styled after a certain animal. So like that's really
Yeah.
cool. Well, like mythical creatures.
Well, the thing is, I always liked the White Ranger outfit, and the thing is, the White Ranger outfit, of course, is different, but it is based on this aesthetic, right? So
Yeah.
it's for me, it was a whole team of people in that suit.
I hope someday we talk about the Kiba Ranger debut episode because that is
Oh yeah,
phenomenal.
if we come back to this,
Yeah.
it is literally. If any like it's the most accurate depiction of if, you know, like a 12-year-old boy got
The kid
powers.
is a fucking brat too.
Yeah, he literally, like, he's blowing, like, I'm going to mention it because we never got, like, he's blowing girls' skirts up, he skateboard jumps over a bus, and he's just basically being an asshole.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Your kid's an asshole!
But anyways, so so Dairanger episode 1. So
The Adventures of Creepy Penis Tentacle Monster.
by the way, did anyone watch the new episode of The Boys?
I know I'm not caught up yet. No, shut up. Okay, we're not talking about the boys.
I saw
Alright.
that scene.
You think
I
this
finished
guy's
season
bad?
2. Ishi hasn't even started season 2. So, anyways, so we already apparently it's already been established that green, yellow, and blue they're already like part of the team, and red, Pink's on her way from China.
Yeah,
So
well,
her
you know
name's
what's...
Rin,
you know,
and she's like an exchange student from
you
China.
know why you can tell this is the 90s? That they let her on a plane with her morpher on.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, our soon-to-be Red Ranger is basically the
Skip the dishes guy.
this series equivalent of a Skip the Dishes driver.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like that was a thing. Like, you
By
know,
the
like
way,
Chinese food, and
use
like
our
stuff
Skip the
like
Dishes
that.
code
They
in the
had
description.
delivery people. So,
Use our code in the description.
but like Rin, I also like because like the most distinguishable thing about like her look is that like she has like really like bushy eyebrows, but like for some reason it works for her. Like it makes her look
Yeah.
really cute. So and it's just cool seeing
yeah.
a Chinese woman speak
Yeah.
Japanese. So
She's not Chinese.
Oh, she's not Chinese?
No,
Oh,
they're all
okay.
Japanese
Okay.
actors.
All right.
There's, it's actually kind of a problem, you know. Like a lot of people in China hate it when there's like a Chinese story and it's played by, you know, and vice versa. Actually,
because like in Cocker Ranger it was clever because like Jiraiya was Japanese but he was American born.
yeah, he spoke. Yeah. The thing is, I don't know. I like her a lot. She is a great Pink, but the problem is she falls into that. I think there's two. There you got like I think like two categories of Pinks that happen too much. Is you get the princess, you know, cute, you know, one, or the mother figure.
Yeah.
And she goes into the mother figure, literally. Like
Also,
Kakabi.
she kind of falls into that thing where she seems to get kidnapped a lot.
Yeah, yeah, but the thing
Even
is,
in episode 2.
she has enough episodes where she kicks ass, though.
She got swarmed by the mooks in episode 1.
Yeah.
Everyone had to save her. She got kidnapped in
So
episode 2.
let me tell you my favorite part of watching this episode with Itchy. Okay, so both of the episodes go together. Let's be honest. Okay, so there's a moment where this one monster, and I think it might have been in the second episode, literally kidnaps a kid.
Yeah, that was episode 2.
And he throws this kid under his arm and runs. And Itchy just lost it. Like, we're talking high-pitched laughter.
Just a shot of
you
this
see this, like, man,
full adult man in a fucking basketball suit, like
uniform.
tank top and gym shorts. Just full on grab this child and just, like, lug him under his arm like he's a fucking bag or a suitcase and just book it down the street. Oh my god! Just like, gotta go!
Twice. 2 times.
Twice! It happens twice! Twice on screen! There's at least a couple more, because there's 4 kids at that ceremony, and then Rin is also there. So they kidnapped her too. But anyways, so episode 1 is about this weird tentacle monster whose name is apparently Baron String. And that's
which we had to figure out, but I'm like, he's probably based on those like string games at carnivals where it's like pick a number, pull the string.
Makes sense because he had numbers all over too.
You know, and the thing is, I remember seeing it. I forget what show, but it was I forget what show, but you actually see people playing it. It was a Super Sentai show. It was. It's on the tip of my brain. There was a show where people were at a festival playing around. And they were playing that game.
Okay. But, the soon-to-be Red Ranger gets basically manhandled and adult napped by the other members of the team, and they take him to their master, this wise old monk named Kaku, who tells him that he is now one of the members of the Dairangers who have to fight the Gorma and stop them from doing stuff to humanity.
And you'd better fucking do it, because the other Rangers will just escort your ass back here if you escape, and I'm gonna whip a machete at your head.
Yeah, just like, hey, you want to see my new chainsaw and hockey mask?
Kinda. But he's surprisingly compliant despite being almost murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I just love that our villains in this episode, aside from the Monster of the Week, straight up just drive around in a fucking real-ass car.
Like, my fucking god. like, these guys can teleport and shit like that, probably travel through dimensions and stuff, but no, we're just gonna drive around in a fucking car.
Now, in their own defense, it's a really expensive car. It's a BMW.
They also have...
I guess it does make them more, like, less inconspicuous. So.
How could they be inconspicuous when they're dressed like that?
No, but like, I don't know. Like, I guess like tinted windows were much. I
wish I had a photo of it. There's this great moment where so one of the guys, Zardos, he just chews every piece of scenery, and I love episodes where he's alone. But at one point, he was trying to. There was this one monster that's a phone. And the Dairangers are winning, and he decides to phone the Dairangers. So he literally grabs this giant phone off the head of this monster, and just like, and it rings in a phone booth, and they pick it up, and he's just shouting into this fucking phone. And I'm just like, God damn, I love this show.
That's great.
Like, he is just...
If I knew how to kill the Power Rangers, you think I'd be lying here listening to this?
Yeah, it was that kind of moment. But I mean, like, it was just... He's just so... Like, the other two are cool, but he's just so over the top.
Wow.
You know, and he's just... It's just... This show is just so... The funny thing is I haven't seen all the seasons, but this show... There's nothing like Dairanger. It is just so over the top and so ridiculous.
But yeah, it's like, and the villains also have this like normal suitcase, but then when you open it up, there's like a fucking edited in TV screen on it, and also that's where they have their bombs that they grow big with, which are the same bombs Lord Zed used.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, obviously, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, it makes sense. Season 2,
When
My
he
Morphin was
showed up,
Dairanger.
they started pulling Dairanger stuff.
So the Rin, the Pink Ranger, ends up getting chased by a bunch of street tough kids on bikes, But like we eventually find out that they're actually mooks in disguise, but it's so hilarious to watch her get chased by a bunch of what look like teenagers on bikes.
Well, they got a little older looking when they were riding bikes downstairs. They suddenly looked like stuntmen.
Yeah. Come on, take a free ride.
But I'm just thinking, like, this is like literally like I want that song, from like the Power Rangers, like remember they're parachuting out of the plane.
Yeah,
It's like this is extreme.
Our chat's asking if it's Rin or Lin.
I would very much assume Rin.
The subtitles we were watching said Rin, but
Okay, so here's the thing. Like I've said a million times over, the R and L thing with Japanese is a little weird.
It's
Because
what do you want?
Because it's the same letter.
well, the
It's a matter of how you pronounce it.
here's the
but
thing.
The vast majority of sources I have ever seen use it for
All right.
the name say Rin.
Here's the thing. If she was Chinese, I'd say it was Lin, but since we know she's Japanese, I think it's
Well,
Rin.
no, the character is Chinese, so it might be Lin.
Oh.
apparently what it says Rin of the Heavenly Star.
Yeah, so
Let's just go with Rin.
the other half of that. Yeah,
now that we've got that settled, is it Ki or Chi?
That's a whole other thing.
See, when you say the character's Chinese, yes, that's kanji.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
All right, anyway. Yeah, the whole Ki-Chi thing. You want to briefly go over that?
Okay, once again, it's the same thing. It's the kanji for that word gets pronounced differently depending on whether you're talking Japanese or Chinese, because once again, kanji is just the Chinese alphabet that's kind of just been repurposed in Japan. It's the same character, just if you're in Japan, it's usually Ki. If it's China, it's usually Chi.
Yeah.
It's just the Japanese and the Chinese.
In terms of what's being spoken, they're clearly saying Ki-Ryoku.
Yeah. But it's just, like I said, the character it's the same fucking character, and this goes for the majority of kanji. The Japanese pronounce the same it's the same meaning. The character means the same thing, but the Japanese and the Chinese pronounce it
All right, we should probably move along.
Yeah.
We're getting really...
So anyway, the Green Ranger nails a mook in the balls with his staff.
It was awesome.
It was great.
And then they go, and then they have this fight, and the Zord comes out, and that's the end of the episode. It just ends so abruptly.
Right?
Because it gets you hyped up, like, what's going to happen next?
We get to see
Or
Ryu
like they spent
Seo.
too long with the
Well, you know how
intros.
a lot of Super Sentai Power Rangers kind of like have gone to this formula of kind of like you don't introduce the Zords in the first episode because you don't really have time. This one gets to a point where it's just like, okay, let's do it, and then he immediately knows how to summon things. He knows how to do there's like a montage or something where they were training, Red, like. It's just like, it just gets like, they're like, okay, shit, we only have like 5 minutes left of the episode and we've really got a lot to do.
But yeah, so they show off Ryu Seo, which is the Red Dragon Thunder Zord in Mighty Morphin.
Yep.
Yeah, the pole dancing.
Yeah.
Which apparently was the first Red Zord to
have a Battle Zord form.
Yeah, and it's fucking cool. Like, he wields like a double-sided thing, he can spin in his hands, and it's really fucking
I'm just gonna spin this in front of me, and if you get hit, it's your fault.
And then they all have these these orbs that they touch their hands on, even though they're just those electrical ball things you can find you found at a Radio Shack
or at the Science Center.
Yeah.
Okay, keep in mind though, back in that time period, those things were considered to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still pretty amazed.
I remember going to the IT stores.
You gotta wonder if after touching those, did all the suit actors have frizzy hair?
Maybe.
No, they don't. The ones that you get from there are grounded, meaning that you don't feel much.
All right.
Like the ones that you put your hands on at the Science Center are channeling much more energy.
Oh, I hate Stack Lecture, so you said stay the hell away from this.
So yes, episode 2's monster of the week is the Purse Boshi, which is the monster that disguises itself as a fucking basketball player and just grabs children off the street.
No, not just that. He fucking has these Buddha heads and fucking throws them at the kids, and they're like.
This thing must be based off the most obscure fucking
I'm
Japanese
sure, well, I think a
mythology.
lot of them are based off of like Japanese kind of like
Like
Mythology?
yeah.
Yeah.
like they're weird monsters, you know, and they're
This,
what?
yeah,
Yokai.
this is the kind of shit you'd be firing bullets at in like games like Anicho Aniki.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, in the series after this, Castranger, they lead into the yokai thing even harder by literally having like little stories based on them.
Yeah.
This one, they're just kind of like almost like superstitions and monsters. It's almost like the best way to describe it is like it's like they're based on like, you know, like old wives' tales or something like that. Like if you know, like something akin to like if you know keep your face like that, it'll get stuck that way.
Yeah.
You know, like weird superstitions.
So episode 2 is about Blue overcoming his own stupidity because he tries to fire zero gravity attack at the monster, but that backfires.
Because the things are fucking flying. They're not bound by gravity.
Yeah. They're going through momentum, not gravity.
And then they go through a training montage and just jump ahead, which basically the idea is fucking dodge.
Yeah. Do the mechanics.
Yeah.
And then there's a scene where like Rin's like investigating or something. She's running around, and then we see 2 mooks, and it's just like Code Mom's homemade pink hamburger is on the move. Pink hamburger, and I'm like,
what the fuck code is
why
that?
are they calling her a pink hamburger?
They're not calling her that. They're just, that's like a fucking cipher code or some
No,
shit.
the thing is, like, you know, you see somebody, you know, like who wears a lot of red. You say, like, the red sparrow has left the nest. You know, they're just trying to think of a way to say pink without it sounding suspicious. And hamburger is pink before you cook it.
They're mooks. They're already suspicious just by being there.
Yeah, these mooks are pretty suspicious.
I will say
They look like they were based off of Frieza.
Yeah,
I gotta give credit to the Blue Dairanger. He's a spry young fella.
well, yeah, he's like doing hand over hand, climbing under the bridge,
Fucking jumping through windows.
That's Shoji though. He's like a boxer. He's like a jock. Like, and he's got a little bit of kind of an Elvis pompadour. Like, he's actually on my list of like, you know how like I don't know if you guys have lists where you pick like, oh, this is my favorite Blue, and you put a team together.
Oh, I've done that.
He's my Blue.
Cool.
And just because through the show, he has the least amount of actual plot, but he has the most heart and the best moments of character because he's just a guy. He's not the smartest guy. He's not the hero, but he always tries real hard and he's got a great heart.
Feels like that like big brother type.
Yeah, Shoji is the kind of guy that you'd want to hang out with if you're going to hang out with any of these guys.
Speaking of him like crashing through the window, I love that like him and all of the Dairangers effectively go, fuck every window on this luxury cruise liner.
Basically.
Yeah.
We're just gonna break in through every single one of them repeatedly.
Like it's like that fucking scene that Wayne's World made fun of, where like the ceremony's happening and they're like Bidoro Budoro, whatever the fuck, because they're celebrating their victory or whatever, and they're about to sacrifice Rin and the children. And then you just see Shoji at the window, and you just see his face go into a fucking screaming position, even though you can't hear him. And then he just shatters through the window effortlessly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cassandra!
Exactly.
Wrong Winnie! Sorry, wrong satanic ritual!
But and I love that the mooks are having like a nice dinner, or like the bad guys are having like a nice dinner.
Yeah.
I just love it. They do this a bit more. I love the powers where they just put their finger and they shoot like crazy whip lasers.
Yeah, they got like laser grappling.
Don't they? Okay,
beams.
Raven, you've seen this show, right? Or don't they have like weird face masks that they turn into when they fight sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't do it here.
I just remember my favorite monster I watched was this like Kabuki monster, and like he could throw like Kabuki makeup and like the white long hair on people, and they'd start doing like Kabuki. It was awesome.
You know what it is about this show? Is it's not the best written show. It doesn't have the best anything really. But you know what it has? It has the best style. It's really original feeling. The music is so weird but good. It feels good to watch this Sentai.
When we were listening to the ending theme real quick, like I'm not gonna judge anyone for liking it, but like when I listened to it, the impression I got was, okay, we're almost done the episode. Oh shit, we have to ship this tomorrow. We need someone to compose us a theme song real quick. Composer, go! Dairanger, we're gonna tension down and then all over the town.
And they just have
Drive the bikes!
Yeah. I know. Like, well, with the opening theme being so fucking fire. Like, okay, you know what? You know how I said about the best? That's the best Super Sentai theme of all time, in my opinion.
I will say the Dairanger theme is pretty fire. The opening theme is pretty fire.
I love that shot just
Yeah.
where you say I'm fucking in the sun. In
Yeah.
the sun.
Oh, I love the one where he's like flying through the city on his back.
Yeah.
I also noted that every one of the Rangers has the red pull staff as their weapon, which was a
And they
little
get
weird.
more unique weapons later.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's kind of like the default weapon.
But what they do with these rods in episode 2 is they javelin throw them at the monster and stop it from growing giant. He's about to use the growing bomb, and they just like imprison him within their rods like a friggin' portable cage, and it stops him from growing giant.
And I said to Itchy, as we're watching, I said, they're going to do a thing now that I don't think they've ever done before. And they do it. He's about to drop the enlargement bomb, and they freeze him, and then they beat him. And then Itchy's like, "Oh my god!" And then Raven had this look on his face of like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Like, and here's the thing: the Dairangers never do it again.
Wow.
Like they never do that again.
Just the fucking
Speaking of things they never do again, Yellow apparently has the ability to reverse time.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, here's the thing. I was like, "Oh yeah," like I thought. I don't think he ever does it again.
Wow.
I like
You
Yellow.
only get one.
I like Yellow though because I like that he's like decked out in a nice suit and his style is Drunken Fist. And I
Yeah,
really
it was like
Drunken
it's like, hey, I don't want you to play with time travel because you might accidentally go to the future, see the end of the world, and then have to come back in time and convince your siblings how to stop the end of the world, but you don't know how it actually started. It turned out it was actually one of your sisters who secretly had superpowers and went mad because she had all her powers suppressed over the
Very
years.
specific.
Jesus.
Wow.
Anyone who can tell me what I just referenced, I'll be very impressed.
But yeah, so Blue learns his lesson, does the mechanic, dodges the attacks. Green uses their powers to, checks notes, shoot smoke, and then shoot a ghost train. Huh.
Yeah.
The funny thing is Daigo, here's the funny thing about Daigo, is of the 4, or the 5, or the 6 of them, other than the Kiba Ranger, the Kiba Ranger has a lot of plot based on him. And it's actually very interesting, about his mother and what he is and all this stuff. But Daigo is really the only character that has an ongoing plot other than the Kiba Ranger, and he falls in love with this like peacock Buddha deity who is very pretty. And it's not very long. It's only like 5 or 6 episodes, but it's actually really heartfelt, and I remember watching it feeling really bad about what happened. Other than that, like, we're talking like one of them is like, "Oh, that's my father," what happened over here, and then it's over. And then it's like and Shoji's little plot is literally he befriends 3 of these lame monsters called the Three Stooges.
Oh, okay.
And they have this weird friendship.
I also want to point out something about Shoji. Like, he crashes through the window and, like, frees all the imprisoned children by slashing their masks off.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
You could have fucking sliced their faces open.
Well, Red and Blue do, but they're not as good. Like, there's not as good plots. Dairanger in broad arcs. Dairanger, I love Dairanger. Oh, yeah. Telephone. Those are the Three Stooges. The problem with Dairanger, and I don't want to be spoilery, is Dairanger kind of just ends.
Oh, okay.
It has, without... Okay, spoiler warning. Have you guys, I don't mind even talking about the end?
I don't care.
Spoiler warning. Okay, Lane, cover your ears then.
I'm not
there's
good at
nothing
that.
to spoil. Okay, literally it's like, shit's going down. White Ranger dis-a-fucking-pears. He does not appear in the last episode. They never talk about what happened to him.
Oh, okay.
Red Ranger ditches the rest of them, has a little bit of a fight, and then it just kind of ends. The Gormai just stop and go away.
Oh.
And then it cuts to like 50 years later, and the Dairangers are all old, and the Gormai are coming back, and then that's it. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Did you literally get halfway through writing this episode? And
Wow.
like, shit, we forgot to write an ending. I don't know. Put it in a random generator or something.
Yeah,
Wow.
Sounds interesting though.
Like, I don't. It was interesting, and the thing is, the show was so good that I'm just like, that's okay.
Mhm.
Because they kind of resolved a lot of the stuff before. Dairanger is not a deep plot series, but it's a fun ride. It's the thing is, you know what it is? It's the things that make Super Sentai fun at its best. The suits are great, the fights are great, the monsters are great, the comedy is great, the plot, a little weak.
Mhm.
You know what else was great? The fact that Red's bike looked like a fucking reindeer.
Yeah, because the Chinese dragons have horns.
Yeah,
on
I
them,
know, I know,
Here's
I know.
Here's the Kabuki monster.
Oh my
yeah.
god!
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's my favorite. Yeah, Yeah, so you can just throw kabuki makeup and wigs onto people.
Oh
It's
no!
hilarious.
Does it do anything to them?
I think it takes them, makes them like evil and work for him, but then they're also like, "Ugh," they're just doing kabuki.
Yeah,
It's a fun episode.
I remember that, but not in detail.
I will say that we watched the preview for episode 3. That monster actually looks interesting. The fucking key jester.
Okay, so the titles become nonsense after the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Okay.
The first 3
It's the trio.
Yeah, the first few episodes they are using
Oh my
song
God.
lyrics, but eventually there's it becomes Three Stooges Attack, which is those 3. They are literally
telephone, bike, and tombstone.
well, here's the thing. They're both 2 things. The tombstone is actually a Zippo lighter.
Oh God, I see it.
It's and I forget what the name.
Cracks open.
Yeah,
Oh,
and they're both 2 things, and I forget what the other 2 are. Their other thing, but they start out as villains, but they fail miserably, and then they literally
like Zelotus from Gokaiger.
Okay, so and then they come. I might be remembering it wrong. They come back and say to Shoji, "Hey, we're in a lot of trouble with the Gorma. Can you pretend to lose to us so we can get our jobs back?" And Shoji's like, okay, and talks them into pretend. And then at the last minute, the 3 Stooges go, well, we are winning. Let's screw over the Dairangers. And then the Dairangers, at the last second, were like, hey, wait a minute, and then kick their asses. And then they show up, again, and, have this, weird heart-to-heart with Shoji, and they end up getting killed or whatever.
Oh.
Or no, they think they get killed, but, then they phone them, we're taking this on the road, And then Shoji at one point has a t-shirt with, the kamikaze design on it. Oh, no, he's I think he's a kamikaze plane and a bike.
Okay.
But it's this weird ongoing plot with Shoji befriending the 3 Stooges, and it's fucking wild.
Wow.
It is just, I've never seen, this show... It says, I think that the Dairanger was so popular, they were fucking do anything, we don't care.
They'll buy anything now.
Yeah. And the funny thing is Dairangers, was obviously not fully translated. They just took the suit, the Zord footage. But in Japan, Dairanger was a hit. People love Dairanger in Japan.
It's amazing.
My buddy in Japan. Oh yeah, that fucking guy. That guy was rad though. I forgot. That is Red's little arc. He fights that guy.
Okay.
And it's this kung fu. It's basically Street Fighter. It's we have to have fights. And he has a training montage where he's got these springs on to make him stronger. And I remember that the Key Ranger guy wore a fake muscle suit with the springs.
Okay.
I'm not I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in the Shout Factory dub there is an episode called "The 3 Stooges Attack" or something like that.
Yeah, that's funny
because they weren't worried about copyright.
All right, well, that was Dairanger. Very interesting.
Yeah, I like that. I haven't watched a lot of the old ones, but I did watch this, and I like
what I saw.
Yeah, it's what I will advise if you are thinking about watching some of the older seasons. This is probably the best older season. I watched Jetman, Dairanger, and Dairanger, not in that order, but around the same time. And I thought that they were these are quintessential Power Ranger or Super Sentai seasons. And I'm watching Castranger, which is not nearly as good as the other 3. I'm only halfway through it. But I mean, I strongly advise to everyone in the chat, if you haven't watched Dairanger, it's on Shout Factory, please do it. We'll talk about it. We'll have fun.
Yeah.
If you like Super Sentai of that time, it is very dated. But I mean, it's fun. No, Castranger is good, but Castranger is super comedic, though. Also, the Castrangers as people are horrible people. They literally fight with each other. They're obnoxious. They're literally one guy uses an X-ray thing to look at the pink, or the white Rangers under her clothes, and then the other guy goes, "How was it?" He goes, "Flat."
All right, Raven Lane. Any closing thoughts on Dairanger?
I don't know. It's just I like the suits. I like the style of it. The villains, I think, are a little bit silly because it's just their suits are a thing. But I like what I see. I'm sad this wasn't adapted to Power Rangers, but I understand because it would have confused children. Well, no, I think one of the main reasons was because the new suits would have confused kids.
They thought kids wouldn't recognize them as Power Rangers or something.
And the funny thing is, and they stretched it. We're talking, they used the monster stuff, and they shot a whole bunch of new stuff, and they were really creative. There's a lot of scenes, so you watch the seasons with the stuff where the Power Rangers fighting with the monster pretty much consists of them shooting off screen. But eventually, I think by the time they got to O Ranger, they were like, okay, we can't stretch this anymore. We've gotta have them change suits.
All right, Raven, any closing thoughts?
It's pretty good. I was kind of enjoying it and just kind of laughing at it, and that dated.
Yeah.
Wow, they got away with that back then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they literally hit the guy in the nuts. They can't do that anymore.
But it was enjoyable for that. I mean, I watch old Super Robot. I get the same sort of enjoyment out of that stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, that will do it for here on Castranger for this week. Once again, if you're listening to us for the first time, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and let us know what you thought down in the comments. As always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook page where I post thumbnails, our Twitter, our Patreon where you can help us make the show better, our Discord server where you can listen live and chat with all these cool fans in our Discord. And of course, our merchandise store where we sell all kinds of shirts and hoodies and mugs and notebooks and even masks. Stay safe.
Yeah, you make us a deal, we'll sell you Lane.
Thank you, Jerry. That's very nice of you.
Thanks for tuning in. Chikai! Radio Sentai Castranger!
I'm just joking. We can't ship you Lane. The shipping would just be too expensive.
Yeah.
God, would it ever.
So, next week on Castranger, we'll be talking about another Sentai, and that will be episodes 1 and 2 of Denji Sentai Mega Ranger.
Which one was that?
In Space.
Oh, that one I haven't seen. I was like, who the fuck's in Trauma?
So, unfortunately, I will not be here next week because I'm going up north for Thanksgiving weekend with my family, so I'm sad to always leave and not be on Castranger, but I hope you guys have fun.
We'll make do.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So, until next week, thank you all once again for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and using our code in the description for Skip the Dishes. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
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 Raid Shadow Legends.